Since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, the international system has entered a new phase of intensified competition between major powers. The extensive military and economic support provided by the United States and its European allies to Ukraine has placed Russia in a direct confrontation with the Western Bloc, not only militarily, but also in terms of global political and economic influence. In this context, some geopolitical analyses suggest that Moscow may seek to respond to Western pressure not solely on the Ukrainian front, but by expanding strategic competition into other regions of the world. Rather than limiting the confrontation to Eastern Europe, other strategic areas could gradually become indirect arenas of competition between major powers. One of the most significant of these regions is the Persian Gulf, particularly the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow maritime passage is one of the most critical energy choke points in the world, through which a substantial portion of global oil exports passes. Any instability in this corridor has the potential to affect not only regional dynamics, but also the global energy market and the broader international economy. Within this framework, tensions involving Iran may be viewed by some analysts as a potential pressure point in the broader geopolitical balance. Iran occupies a geographically advantageous position along the northern coastline of the Strait of Hormuz and has developed a range of asymmetric military capabilities designed specifically for operations in confined maritime environments. These include fast attack craft, coastal anti-ship missile systems, naval mines, and unmanned aerial systems. At the same time, China plays an increasingly significant role in this strategic equation. Beijing relies heavily on energy imports from the Middle East and has become one of the largest buyers of Iranian oil. Various estimates indicate that the majority of Iran's oil exports are directed toward the Chinese market, making the economic relationship between the two countries a crucial component of China's long-term energy security. This interdependence provides Iran with an important economic outlet despite Western sanctions, while simultaneously allowing China to secure energy supplies at competitive prices. As a result, Beijing is unlikely to support developments that could lead to the complete loss of Iranian oil from global markets or place those resources entirely under Western influence. Taken together, these factors lead some analysts to consider the possibility that escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz could evolve into a broader strategic challenge for Western powers. Should Western naval forces become deeply engaged in a confrontation in the region, the narrow geography of the strait could complicate large-scale naval operations and increase the strategic risks associated with maintaining maritime control. In such a scenario, Russia and China might not necessarily intervene directly, but they could closely observe developments and potentially benefit from any strategic strain placed on Western resources and attention, particularly if such tensions occur alongside ongoing conflicts elsewhere, including the war in Ukraine. From this perspective, the Strait of Hormuz could, in certain analytical scenarios, be viewed as a potential strategic pressure point where regional tensions intersect with global power competition. Nevertheless, it is important to emphasize that such interpretations remain within the realm of geopolitical analysis rather than confirmed policy intentions. The international system remains highly complex, and major powers typically seek to manage rivalry through indirect means in order to avoid the risks associated with direct large-scale confrontation.